Thank you for that. Yes, I'm really proud to introduce Stephen Graham and Chris Green. Can I just ask everyone again, including our guests, to switch your phones off because it interferes with the mics and the tech sound. So if we could have all the phones off, especially near the front, that would be great. Well, what can I say? I read that script years ago, and you know, I was amazed. But I think the writing and the acting was absolutely superb. And now I'm just going to ask Stephen, really, how he became attached to the script, because, you know, without the writer, you've got no story, have you?
No, yeah, obviously. Goes back to Greek times, that. Well, to be honest with you, it's a bit of a weird one, because he was a producer who is a lovely man, but he brought me. I got given the script a long time ago, and I just thought it was a fantastic script. And as soon as I read it, it was Ali that gave it to me first. He was a DOP who he sent me the script, and I read it, and I just thought it was a fantastic script, and I really wanted to be a part of it, and I wanted to be involved in it from day one, really. As soon as I read it, I felt it was very much along the lines of, you know, I think he's actually here tonight. Who's a massive hero of mine. I'm sure he's a hero of Chris's, you know. Who writes the same way, Jimmy McGovern. So, and it's more about the stories. Yeah. It's more about the characters and the stories rather than, you know, there's no car crashes, there's no CGI or nothing like that. You just have to get there and you have to do it and do it properly. And as long as you've got a great script, then you can hopefully develop a great character. And with a massive director like David Blair, who's a legend to me. I've worked with him before. Sorry, now it's the Jimmy show. I've worked with him before on the street where I met him when I worked with him. And David's just a fantastic director, and he allows you to create the character. And Chris was there with us a lot on set, and you know he's not precious, and you don't have to stick to the text as much as some writers and some directors want you to. But they allow the story to develop and grow as you know, as we get to know the characters as well. We spend, I won't say many a night, I'll say a few nights drunk in Sheffield, and we talk about stuff and we talk about scenes that we had coming up, and we develop it together. And it just makes you feel a massive part of the process. A lot of actors, sometimes with acting, you know, you use just like a pawn you put over here and you go over there and you do that, and as long as you hit your mark and say your lines, that's it. But with something like this, you really get a chance to create something special.
And Chris, for you, the script, this is your second low-budget feature, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, tell us a little bit about, you know, your story now with the script and how you cast everyone, because, I mean, all the cast were fantastic. I didn't even recognise Maxine Peake in the beginning.
Well, Maxine's amazing in the film. And it's down to you, actually, that we got Maxine on board. That's a loaded question, I think, Lord. No, I've worked for Clapperboard for about 5 years, working with kids in Salford, writing scripts and developing short films. And at a Clapperboard's awards ceremony, Maxine was sat a couple of seats away, and I'd written Best Laid Plans, and Stephen was already attached, verbally attached, because of early doors, weren't you, really, because of Ali and Mike. And I asked Maureen, would she pass the script to Maxine Peake, and she sent me a lovely email saying that she'd love to be attached. And I believe you guys got together, Stephen, and said, if you do it, I'll do it.
Yeah, we did, yeah.
Which was lovely for me, and then without sounding like a sycophant, if it hadn't been for Stephen, I don't think the film would have seen the light of day, because he asked David Blair to come on board. And I think with David came a lot of not only kudos, but a lot of talent. Thank you, Colin.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bob.
He's a lovely guy, well suited, isn't he? Always all turned out.
Says his mother.
And then because because Stephen and Maxine were attached, then I took the script to a producer that I know, Mike Knowles, and I said to Mike, you know, this is. It's a bit too big for me, this. Would you be interested in producing the film? And he said, yeah, of course I would, yeah. And then he came in and started doing the contracts and everything, and it took a fair old while.
We had our hiccups.
Yeah, just a few.
We had a strike.
Yeah, there was a strike on set. There was.
Trades union.
There was.
No, there was a massive, you know...
Go on, mate.
I'll be honest. Some producers are nice and some producers just aren't. If anyone knows the business, they'll know what I'm talking about. But, well, you know, when you find out that the makeup girl's putting her own money in to buy bits of makeup and all that, and the costume department and the set dressers aren't getting paid, I think as an actor, you have a responsibility where you have to say, well, I'm down in tools. And I did that. And I did do that, and I said, you know, if these people aren't getting paid, I'm not. If they're not getting paid, I'm not gonna work for you. I'll turn up and I'll be with them, but I'll just sit there with them. Because if you're not paying them, I don't see why you should find it a priority to pay me. I hadn't been paid myself yet, so I could have ruined it for myself. Then the missus really would have killed me. But you know, I was brought up properly. I was brought up by a beautiful family, and can I just thank everyone that's come tonight, from me friends and me family. So lovely to see everyone in the one room together, and it doesn't have to be a funeral. Do you know what I mean? It's a nice. Although saying that though, I know my auntie Vera and Margaret and my ma and our family never thought they'd see me in a film and shit, going to bed with a prostitute. And sniffing, I don't know what that drug was I was supposed to be, I have no idea. But I just really want to, sorry to take this, but I really, you know, my family mean a lot to me, and my family are the main focus for the reasons why I do. My family, my close friends, Lee and Jamie, you know, without them kind of people support me all through my life, I would have never been able to be in this fortuitous position that I'm in now. And I owe a lot to them, a hell of a lot to them people, my friends and my close family who've been here with me through everything. And my heroes in this audience tonight, you know, some people have Kenny Dalglish as an audience. As a hero, I'm getting nervous now, look, you can tell. Some people have Kenny Dalglish as a hero. I have a beautiful man called Drew Schofield. Without Mr. Schofield, when I asked him to sign me a little picture when he was Scully and stuff like that, without him, I personally believe and I feel that I wouldn't have been in this position that I am today. He was a massive inspiration and still is. So I just want to say thank you to all the Kirby Lalas.
I think we should go over this side.
Hiya Stevie, a couple of things that I want to say. My very first ever film scene, which was over 20 years ago now, my name's Tina Malone, you know who I am, but it was with you in Blonde Fist.
Yeah.
And I'm very proud to say that all these years later, only a couple of years ago, my daughter Danielle, who's since become an actress, her first ever scene in a film was also with you. So history repeating itself, I'm very proud to say. I just wanted to ask you, because you are one of our most incredible exports. Your CV obviously stands up for itself, and everybody knows you stayed really true to your city, and you are fiercely patriotic, from Liverpool Football Club to everything else. What's the main difference you found in obviously working with the likes of the legends we have, Jimmy McGovern to the Shane Meadows, in working between here and in America? What's the main difference in the way they work?
Can I answer that question really honestly? Money. Everyone on the set that I've been on gives it 125%, you know what I mean? If you know, we've done this little thing with Dave and with Drew and stuff like that, and we were carrying fucking camera, sorry, there's no kids in, is there? We were carrying fucking camera equipment, running across the streets and trying to get the shot before the light went, and Lysa's going, oh, we gotta get this shot, we gotta get you on a taxi. And that's that, and everyone's giving it 125%, but, you know, when you're on a speedboat bouncing in the middle of the ocean, going to this ship in the middle of nowhere, and your wig's blowing in the air, and you're looking around, and you've got Johnny Depp over there, and you've got all these people there, and you get on that boat looks magnificent, because then people have put the time and the effort into it. But to me, it's exactly the same. The only difference is the Americans pay you really well.
And can I just say as well, before I pass it on, absolutely amazing film. You were absolutely all amazing in it.
Yeah, it was fantastic. That's it, finished now. But I know, I know it's a shame, isn't it? But we can continue back at the attic. But just one little word of advice, because we've got some Clapperboard students here, and some brilliant actors. And I know, it's really important for them to know, for you really to give them a bit of advice, because it is a real hard industry, isn't it, to break through as an actor, Steve?
Yeah, I don't know. I suppose the only advice I could ever give was just don't give up. Do you know what I mean? Never give up. Always feel that you've got a right to be able to do whatever you want to do. Be it an actor, be it a dancer, be it a musician, be it a painter. But then again, we had this conversation the other day on set, and someone said, "Oh, look at the wall and all that," and I said, "My mate's a plasterer, and that's a skill.
It is.
That's a trade. That's a skill. So any skill, anything that you take pride in, you can be a painter and decorator, and just be the best painter and decorator that you can be. If you're a plasterer, take pride in your job. If you're a lorry driver, take pride in delivering your stuff on time. Success to me is a bit of a weird, twisted word anyway, because people think I'm successful because I'm doing all right at this job that I'm doing. But it's the same across the board. As long as you put time and you put your passion into it, and you put your heart into it, and you dedicate yourself into what you're doing. I know some jobs can be routine and be office work, but you can make a difference. And I've always been taught that by my mum and dad, who've been making a difference all through their lives and the jobs they do, and that's always inspired me. So, and all I will say is, I've said I'd be more than happy to be an ambassador for this foundation, for this charity that you've created, and I'd love to be a part of it. And it's great for kids to have the opportunity. All we had was, what were the names? The Birchalls throwing socks in our faces on the inflatables. So no, joking aside, I'd really love to be a part of it, and I'm very proud to be a part of it, and I'm very proud to be associated with something, because young kids get a bad press these days.
They do.
A really bad press. But then sometimes, it's just these aids, you know what I mean? Sometimes they don't help themselves neither. And if you want to do anything, if you want to achieve something in your life, you can do it. It's not impossible. It's the path you choose, and if you've got good support around you. I was lucky, I was very blessed. Like I've said, I had a great family unit and great parents, you know what I mean? Without them, I don't know what would have happened, but you can, as long as you want to do something and you want to dedicate yourself to it, I think anything's possible. I'm not trying to turn it into fucking, I had a dream and all that, but it really is, that speech inspired me when I was a kid. And it does. Anything you put your mind to, you can achieve it. And no matter how many times you get put down, just keep dusting yourself up and get back up.
Great,
that's all I'd like to say.
Thank you to Stephen Graham, thank you to Chris Green, thank you to James, Josh and Tom for filming the evening. Thanks everyone, and I hope you're going to come on the 16th of April, because Sally Hibbon, the producer of Dockers, is going to be there, and we're going to screen Dockers, so support us on the 16th of April. Thank you. Thanks everybody. Thanks a lot.